Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Beastmen campaign. Okay, I'm going to be jumping straight into this, and we're going to be doing some very quick attacks here. Actually, I don't... Oh no, we are going to do this one. Quick little auto. So I did actually want to do it with my other army, because their bestial rage is getting a little low. However, I still have a cunning plan. We're going to move these guys over and hide them, so our Bray Herd comes over and hits us. Gonna hit here with again to try and boost up his bestial rage, because I've been hitting most of these people with my small herds recently, and we're going to take the cash this time. Okay, and then you are going to start pushing down, because these guys are going to push down here, then pull over, smash this little dwarven colony here, then burn our way back up through. And once we've dealt with the dwarfs, we're going to turn around and hit Bretonia and burn my way through Bretonia, if the vampires haven't already finished it off by then. Okay, so let's just do a couple of little bit levels up. While that's happening, guys, I do also want to just say a very, very big thank you, guys, because I've just hit 10,000 views, guys. So a couple of days ago I hit 10,000 views on my account, but I've also, I did have a few views from beforehand while we were, because I've got a few videos up from before doing this, as you've probably seen, to do with another game. However, I've also hit 10,000 views since Total War Warhammer came out, and Warhammer 2 came out, and I started doing these Let's Plays, guys. So thank you to everybody who's watching, and a very big thank you to some of my subscribers, because I'm actually up to 90 subscribers now, guys. So thank you very much to everybody who is subscribing. As always, guys, with all of that, feel free to throw comments and feedback onto my onto my account. I'm also setting up a Twitter account. I'm just trying at least to do some art for that, which I'll be linking onto my videos once I've done that, so please feel free to follow me there as well for my random thoughts, and obviously I'll be posting when I post videos there as well. Other than that, let's just jump back into this, because I'm sure most of you watching aren't even vaguely interested in how many views I've got, how many subscribers I've got, or the fact I have a Twitter. So once all that's set up, though, I will be linking it for those who are interested. Okay, so Cult of Pleasure seem to be taking their time there. Clan Moors, who are still there, though I'm not sure how long they're going to actually survive for, with the Lizardmen expanding. As I said, the vampire factions seem to be the big scary factions in this campaign, actually, and from what I've heard from people saying, the Immortal Empires, they do seem to have a bit of an edge over everybody else. So I wonder if that's actually going to end up getting patched out, but because I've seen a fair few videos and pictures of the vampires just sprawling over the world when other players aren't playing them. We'll actually have to see how big they've got in my Dark Elf campaign once I start pushing over into the old world. We are getting to the point there where we're going to start. Well, I say we're getting to the point where we're fending off a chaos invasion at the moment, but soon maybe we'll get to deal with them, and this is perfect. So we've effectively got an ambush on these guys. We are defending, but this is a nice, easy defense, so I'm not going to fight that. And we're going to eat them! And that's exactly what I wanted, because they came for me not knowing what was around me, so they got absolutely devastated there, guys, which is really good. Now, he needs to be aggressive now, because he's starting to take attrition from doing all of this. We're going to do Quell Animosity just to get myself back up and going. And we are going to herd these guys away from us. Right, you can keep pushing down the coast. And you can Beast Path to... You can Beast Path to start catching up. But we're going to smash here, then we're going to jump across the sea. Now, these dwarfs might come back over. Whoa! That's an unusual settlement to have here.
We meet at Doomkeep.
So some Norsicans here.
To the tribes.
Who have sailed all the way around to take there. How odd. Okay, upping Slugskin again here, and end of turn, guys. So let's keep chasing those elves. I said these guys are going to push back up into the dwarven territories up here, where we'll start ravaging through them again. And these two little hordes are going to deal with this colony, potentially poke the humans around here a bit. But I want to make sure all of this sort of area is scraped clean of the dwarven scum who had chased me around. Yeah, they shouldn't have chased me around. I'm a nice, peaceful herd who was just passing through their lands. Honest. Only spending a small amount of chaos corruption as I went, and so obviously they should have just left me alone to raid their lands and take all their money and make their people unhappy. But they chose to go to war with me, so I'm slowly destroying them. But I think the vampires are probably the reason I'm destroying them here. I think if the vampires hadn't gone to war with the dwarves, I think I would have actually probably lost that war. So I think most of the Dwarven Empire has its all of its forces focused on defending against the vampires pushing into their mountains. And in turn, I think the vampires have probably sent a lot of their armies north to try and deal with the chaos incursion which is happening at the moment. So I think that they are all very much in trouble at the moment. And we've got another chaos armies obviously pushing through there as well. Nope, you're still not getting a defensive alliance. So the chaos are traditionally my allies. You can see there's been a chaos army, or this is from the Nausicans landing here as well. So we'll have to see what happens. Oh, and something's been lost down here, which has been knocked over. So potentially there are chaos armies about, which only benefits me. The chaos armies are not going to cause me any real issues, actually. The real question for me now is, where do I particularly push? Do I go to Dokra? Because I don't want these guys to get away, get around behind me. Do I want to move further with that or with that? Yeah. We're going to head up here. We're going to head to Iron Rock. We're going to head up into the middle. That way, if I see any dwarven armies sneaking around, I can catch them. Okay, so we're heading down to here quickly, then we're going to cross over. A little bit more levelling up to do. And let's end turn. Okay, so let's see exactly what's going on here. Dwarfs are doing their thing here. Vampire counts are doing their thing everywhere. I'm amazed there's like this little dwarven thing here. And oh yeah, vampire counts are pushing into the woodland realm now. But no, we still have some little dwarf strongholds up here, and another dwarf place has gone there. So I think the dwarfs are done for at this point. I think I could sit back and ignore them, and the dwarfs would and the dwarves would lose. So obviously we still have some powerful people around, certainly a couple of powerful Lizardmen factions, though even them compared to the vampires are tiny. I have a feeling this world is going to slowly become the province of vampires, so yeah, that could be a bad thing. Well, it's not that bad a thing. It's good for me. Well, it's not good for me because I'm not necessarily friends with vampires, but it's good for me at the moment. If I ever wanted to go towards the vampires, I have a feeling they would just squish me like a fly. But we might try a suicidal rush into them at the end if I manage to, but as I said, I'm probably going to do suicidal rushes into all of the other continents to die in flames and glory. So we'll probably send one army pushing down this way, one army over through Ulfwan, and try and go to Nagron if we get there. and one army over to Lustria, and we might then send one army up, try to get up and link with the Chaos armies in the north once we're done with everything, and once we've actually completed the campaign objectives here. But for the moment, I'm not that fussed. I'm going to leave that little army because I'm not really that fussed if he gets behind me and settles. Let's take the Chaos Corruption. And I think they know what's coming at Iron Rock. Black Crag has certainly been building itself back up. Nice easy auto here. And let's smash that. And you can jump straight over to here. And there you go, we've got Chaos armies coming in as well, which are what are clearing everything else. So they are natural allies for me. We're going to take the Razorgore. The Razorgore Chariot for him. And let's keep looking. We're going to keep pushing up here as well with him. Got all of these bits. Yeah, extra melee attack. I don't know why I was even thinking about it. It's always extra melee attack. Right, this army's potentially going to take a turn now. 1 to try and ambush these guys, and 2 to get its second upgrade. Oh, and here come the dwarfs, because this guy will get a second upgrade, so that he's reducing the upkeep of his army to 50% from that extra 25, which will help reduce the cost of my herds. And once I've done that with the other herd, we can then start reshaping all of my herds a little bit, because I'm being aggressive enough. If I can get them into nice solid herds with monstrous units, while it will cost me a bit more, it also means that I can, well, it means they're stronger, so I can knock more places over. And we can really start doing some damage there. Not that we're not already. I mean, we've cleared a big chunk of Dwarven territory here, and they've not even really been powerful. They've not been able to stop me. You know, they've not even had a chance to retake it. I think there's a little war going on here with the Skaven and Karak Azul. So that's why they've not managed to expand out again either. Let's see what Astelia does. I think they know they're in trouble, and the Skaven are going to be hunting them down. So actually, we might just jump over and then and lay siege to this settlement, and then the next turn we might actually we might take that little words here. We might set him up with the reduction with the stone to get the reduction, the herd stone to get the reduction in upkeep. And there is another Chaos army. So the Chaos are definitely about now, in force actually. That's down here. As I said, there will have been a lot of Chaos incursions up in the north as well. So you can hit here. Okay, so we're going to lay siege to here. And as I said, I'm actually going to jump him over. The next turn he can go into encampment stance. Where is Black Crag? Black Crag's around there, so that's on our route, current route. Okay, so you can hit here. And you can come up behind. And we'll get our Bray Herd in next turn as well to support us. You can see the vampires really are pushing through here. So the dwarfs are really, really in trouble now. And let's end turn while those sieges go on. So I'm almost as powerful as the dwarfs now, which when you consider how powerful they were. But yeah, I don't want to annoy the vampire counts at the moment. I don't think I'm in any place to even start considering annoying the vampire counts. They are terrifyingly powerful actually. I think they will win this. Well, I suspect they will take over the world. The Chaos have seemed to be smashing through Astelia here. You can see there's more and more territories around here just disappearing, and actually this is the one thing which helps me, because I can push with those chaos hordes which are pushing through the world, and I can benefit from them. I can theoretically ally with them, actually, though I do get some negatives to my bestial rage for allying with anybody. But I can really start, I can benefit from their destruction, because all they want to do is burn the world. However, they can, unlike me, when they sack a settlement, they can choose to sack it and leave it standing, so they can basically farm settlements. So they can sit in an area and knock a settlement over, then fall back, then go and knock another settlement over and get their cash like that, as well as raiding. Whereas I obviously have to destroy a settlement when I raid it. I have to take growth or money from it and have to destroy it completely, which does force us to be a bit more mobile, but I can keep my herds together, whereas the chaos can't keep their hordes together. If their hordes come together, they start taking attrition, so it makes them a bit more of a tricky playstyle, because while they do want to come together to hit some places, it's also a risky move. Okay, we're going to take the replenishment again as usual, and we are going to hit here. Okay, so this isn't actually going to be easy, so I'm going to wait another turn to just to get my siege equipment made. So we might actually have a couple of good battles here, guys, which will mean we'll probably have to chill out for a little bit afterwards, but and the same with here. I'm just going to wait for my siege equipment and then we will go. So next turn, both these battles are going to happen. You can go into... You can't go into encampment stance. Of course you can't, because you're too close. Because they can see you, and that's going to be the same down here, actually. Because these guys can see us, so we can't go into encampment stance. However, can we just creep a little bit away and do it? I am still in reinforcement range there, aren't I? Yes. Just turn a little bit closer. Yeah, we can do it there. So it's a pile of flesh and a desecrated altar. So we're going to up them, we're going to up this guy, and we're going to up this guy, because this all makes other units cheaper, which I don't have in here at the moment. But I will start putting them in soon, and that's going to reduce the cost of this by another 25%, which is very good. Okay, and end turn. Now we are burning through our cash reserves at the moment, so that is something I do want to be a little bit careful of. Oh, and we have a dwarven army behind us there, so that's something we maybe want to be careful. And they're running away! I think they may be running down to here, because I think here is probably the strongest little bit of dwarfdom left at the moment, because of all the damage I've been doing to them, and because of all the attacks and the damage I've been doing to them. So that's a very good thing, actually, for me, that they're running. Well, not necessarily good that they're running away, but it's good that I'm pushing the dwarfs out of their positions everywhere. It is, however, just making the vampires stronger still. So that's not necessarily a good thing. I suspect, as I said, the vampires have all of the north, so we'll have to see how far the Norsicans have managed to push as well. So let's see, Karak Azul, who still have the odd agent around, though they're not pushing any armies out these days. I think they're probably beleaguered by... Oh, actually, they had an army over here, which is odd, because they don't have any territory over there, but I'm not going to comment on that, you know. And dwarfs are pretty much gone along here now, so we'll probably start moving our armies back together soon. Or I might even start moving these guys over to these two armies over to the remaining Bretonnian territories to try and finish them off. So really splitting up our hordes now, which is... It's dangerous, but at the same time it's beneficial, because it's a bit more of a risk because I've got smaller hordes. However, it's beneficial because I'll be hitting more places, which means I can potentially start throwing away some of the lower level units in those hordes and replacing them with higher level units like Gors and Bestigors. Oh yes. Okay, this has just become a nice easy. 18k, so that's nice. Now we're burning through our income because building things is expensive. Right. Let's start buffing up our monstrous units. And you can actually now take some of these monstrous units as well. So, we've got the Gors. I want to take a couple of Minotaurs. And take one Razorgore. We'll take the Centaur. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. They can take a couple of Archers and a couple of units of Ungors. And that's made him far stronger now. In fact, you can throw one unit back. Oh, I can't move now, never mind. And okay, and we need to hit here now because we're going to get hit from behind as well now. So this has become a nice easy how's that become a nice easy victory all of a sudden? Oh, because we've got our herd. So those two good battles turned into nice easy victories actually, guys. So a little bit sorry about that, but you know, these things happen. Right, how far are we off? However, we're not getting any growth at the moment. I'm saving up growth here because I want to get this guy made cheaper as well. And you can see that thing made my my losses much better. So I've now got about 20 turns worth of income without raiding anywhere left. So okay, and we're also going to start pushing down the red tree with this guy because that's all very good buffs for my armies. We're nearly fully done with our spells on him. Oh no, we'll get that Razorgore Chariot. Okay, and end turn. So this is going nicely. This is going very nicely now, guys. These two guys are actually going to start pushing up. We'll smash Zarkzil, and then we'll start pushing through the mountains. We'll smash this little Telian settlement. I think this might, yeah, this little Telian enclave here, and then we'll push into Bretonia and smash through the woodland realm again. Burning everything there, and then I suspect this is probably the last sort of bastion of Ooh, and they're capping behind me, guys, which is a little worrying. But I'm gonna leave them, you know. But no, I suspect this is the last sort of little bastion of Bretonia. So the Bretonians have become the Wood Elves. The vampires have expanded around them, and Bretonia are hiding in Athelloren. Hiding away from the world there, though even there I think they've lost at least one area. However, it probably... Oh, it's held by Nordland? I thought Nordland was dead. That was weird. It's not saying it now. We'll pop up and have a little look. Anyway, we'll be heading that way, so we'll find out. But no, I think Bretonia is on its last legs, but I want to be the one who destroys them. I want to be the one who destroys the last dregs of man. And then once we've completed all of this campaign, we will, as I said, we'll go on a little splurge across the world, and we'll see how far we can get before we get completely wiped out, guys. And obviously once we're done with that, we will be looking at a new campaign. I said I'm probably going to be playing the Savage Orcs because I've got a couple of calls for Orcs, one call for Bretonia and one call for the Skaven. So Orcs are where we've got most things, and obviously the Scavenge Orcs are probably the less played faction. So we'll go for them just to make it a bit more interesting. However, if you guys have something else you would like to suggest, by all means feel free to suggest that, guys. If everybody calls for a certain, if I get lots of people calling for a certain faction, I will go and play that. Okay, so these guys are good now, so we are going to actually start using the Beast Pass again, and we are going to head for Zarkzil. Sorry, Zarakzil, and we will smash Zarakzil. We've upped all of those. We've got all of those ones. So let's see. Enfeebling is very good. Okay, and let's end turn again. Oh, and the dwarves still have a Liano as well, which will go down and smash again. These are all places we've actually taken in the past, amusingly. I do have a little dwarf army following me along, but I think it's probably more worried about the vampires. Now, they could theoretically run back behind me and settle, but I'm not that worried, because they've got Skaven here, they've got vampires here, so they're dead. They just got smashed. Who is that? That is one of their lords, because I don't think many of them get the dragon. I think it's only one person gets that dragon, so yeah, I think that's 3 big armies around me there from them. But the vampires like me now. From going from hating me earlier on, they now absolutely love me. Now, dwarven settlements up here are beginning to fall. They've got one last little bastion here. However, I don't think that's going to last long. And they do still hold their capital, Karaz-Akarak. Sorry about that. But again, I don't think they're going to be holding on to it for that long. I have a feeling the vampire counts are just going to slowly steamroll over the world now. Which would be interesting to watch. However, I'm probably not going to get a chance to do it. I might send one horde raiding up into their territory for glory to try and meet up with the Chaos armies in the north at some point, but that's not something I'm doing just yet. Okay, so the Chaos are actually hitting my Skaven allies, who I'm not really that fussed by, because, you know, they're teeny. No. They want a peace treaty with me. The elves want a peace treaty with me. That is never going to happen. Ooh, we can do some good old-fashioned raiding. It's a while since I've done some good old-fashioned raiding. Okay. And here we can do some good old-fashioned knocking down the door, knocking down the front door and destroying your entire city. Let's bring my other army up. Okay, we're gonna build some siege equipment and wait for my Bray herd. Okay, so we're doing nicely. That's another end turn. The one thing I do find with the Beastmen is you do go through turns much quicker, because you don't have all these settlements to manage. You're not seeing, and your end turns are much shorter because you're not seeing what's happening in half the world, even if it's really sped up. Because I'm actually much further turn-wise, I am far further along in this campaign than any of my other campaigns. In fact, I think turn-wise I've even taken on my Lizardmen campaign, which was my first campaign I was doing, guys. So you know, this has been going on for a long time. Once we've taken here, we're going to push up to Black Iron Mine and finish off Karak Azul once and for all, and then we'll start pushing back up into the Dwarf lands. And these two guys will push up through the Dwarven Mountains just to finish them off. These guys are going to finish off here and hit Bretonia, and once we're ready, we'll pull together a perfect army in Malagor's horde. We'll make that a perfect army for the final battle. So I don't have a clue what that battle is going to entail, guys. I've never fought it. I imagine it is going to be quite a hard one, because that is how you win the campaign as the Beastmen, which I have never done before, guys. So this is something very new to me. I suspect these guys are going to try and settle somewhere behind me, but I think Chaos are probably going to deal with them, so I don't think that's a huge thing for me to worry about. I'm surprised the Silverhost didn't offer another alliance with me. They seem to every other turn. Okay, back to the Chaos factions. That little army's pretty much done. We'll see various Norseling factions. Sorry, yeah, Norsican factions who are doing very well as well. I'd like to know where the Wrath of Nature is. I've got a feeling that's probably over in Ulfwam, because that's where I've seen it a couple of times before. Right, let's look at Black Crag, look at the odds. Okay, I'm not going to fight that now. I'm just going to deal with my other guys first, and then, guys, we are going to be ending this session because we are at 30 minutes. That's a nice easy cap. Only 7k from there. And next turn we will start heading down to here, and then we will push over to here, into here, where I might not even make it in time. Now none of these appears to be the Bretonnian capitals. They probably do still have some settlements up here, or they've fled somewhere else in the world, but we're certainly going to be smashing through them and pushing that way if we can. So I might just clear around here to start with, though there's not much to clear that way, but these settlements have been held for a while, so I can potentially get a bit of income out of them. Anyway, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you've been enjoying it, and I hope you've enjoyed this campaign. I certainly have, so thank you very much for suggesting I try the Beastmen. It's something as you probably tell from my first Beastmen campaign, they're not a faction I'm particularly good at, so actually this was a new unique challenge for me, so again thank you very much for that. As I said, guys, also thank you because I've now hit 10,000 views since I've started doing my Warhammer 2 stuff, so again thank you very much for that. I am getting a Twitter set up which will be associated with all of the stuff I'm doing as well. I'll start getting that posted on my videos as soon as I've got it. As soon as I put some pretty, or at least some logos on it, because at the moment it looks a little bit vague. So it is at JetR_TV if you do want to go and have a look for it. There's nothing on it. I've not even posted anything yet. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys.